Good morning. Today we will be exploring the impact that self-efficacy has on traditional and non-traditional college students in the higher education setting. Self-efficacy is a belief in one's own ability to succeed in specific situations or to accomplish a task. It encompasses confidence in controlling one's motivation, behavior, and social environment. Self-efficacy is important because it influences how people think, feel, and act. Higher self-efficacy can lead to greater motivation, resilience, and perseverance when facing challenges. It helps individuals set higher goals, put in more effort, and recover more quickly from setbacks. Essentially, believing in your ability to succeed can significantly impact your actual performance and its outcomes. Stress plays a substantial role in the traditional college students' lives, especially when we consider academic pressure, social adjustments, time management, and financial concerns. The demand to perform well in classes, on exams, complete assignments, and maintain a high GPA can be overwhelming. This pressure can lead to sleep deprivation, anxiety, and even burnout. Adjusting to new social environments, making new friends, and sometimes living away from home for the very first time also adds social stressors and feelings of loneliness. Balancing classes, studying, extracurricular activities, and possibly part-time jobs require effective time management skills. Poor time management skills can result in missed deadlines, increased stress, and reduced academic performance. The cost of tuition, books, and living expenses can be a significant source of stress. Worrying about student loans and financial instability can distract from academic focus and overall one's well-being. Non-traditional students often face unique stressors that traditional students may not face. For example, many non-traditional students juggle responsibilities at home, such as full-time jobs, parenting, and caregiving. This can create significant time and energy constraints. Non-traditional students might have financial obligations like mortgages, car payments, and family expenses, which only adds to the stress of paying for tuition and educational materials. Returning to school after a long break can be challenging for non-traditional students. They may need to relearn study skills and adapt to new technologies used in modern education. Non-traditional students may also feel out of place among younger classmates and may struggle to find peers with similar life experiences, leading to feelings of isolation. Balancing academic responsibilities with work and family life requires excellent time management skills, and the lack of time can be a significant stressor. What role does self-esteem play on the traditional and non-traditional college student? Self-esteem plays a crucial role in the lives of traditional students, impacting various aspects of their academic and personal experiences. For example, their academic performance. Students with high self-esteem are more likely to have confidence in their abilities, which can lead to better academic performance. They tend to set higher goals and persist through various challenges. High self-esteem is also associated with lower levels of anxiety and depression. Students with positive self-esteem are better equipped to handle stress and setbacks, improving their mental health. Students with healthy self-esteems are also more likely to form and maintain positive relationships. They are generally more assertive and comfortable in a social setting. High self-esteem can boost motivation and engagement in both academic and in extracurricular activities. Students are more likely to participate actively in class and clubs or organizations. Students with strong self-esteem are more resilient and better able to cope with failures or criticisms. They view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than as reflections of their worth. Self-esteem also plays a crucial role in the lives of non-traditional college students. For example, high self-esteem helps non-traditional students believe in their academic abilities, which can lead to a better performance and greater willingness to take on challenging coursework. With strong self-esteem, non-traditional students are more adaptable to new learning environments and technology, making it easier for them to transition back into academic life. Non-traditional students often juggle multiple roles, such as work, family, and school. High self-esteem can enhance their ability to manage these responsibilities effectively, as they are more likely to believe in their capability and to handle various tasks and seek out support if needed. Students with healthy self-esteem also are more likely to engage with peers, form supportive relationships, and participate in group activities. Positive self-esteem also fosters persistence and resilience, enabling students to overcome obstacles and stay committed to their educational goals, even when they face challenges. Overall, self-esteem significantly impacts non-traditional students' ability to navigate and succeed through their academic endeavors. This research project, I explored how self-efficacy influences the barriers and facilitators for accessing and completing higher education among college students. Previous research has highlighted the importance of self-efficacy in educational settings in several different ways. For example, Albert Bandura, who is a pioneer in the field of self-efficacy, emphasized that students' beliefs in their capabilities to perform tasks significantly influence their motivation, learning, and their performance. He found that higher self-efficacy leads to greater effort, persistence, and resilience in the face of challenges. Students with a strong self-efficacy are more likely to set challenging goals and commit to achieving them. Zimmerman also extended Bandura's work by focusing on self-regulated learning. He found that students with high self-efficacy are better at setting goals, monitoring their progress, and employing strategies to overcome difficulties. Zimmerman also highlighted that self-efficacy is crucial for developing self-regulation skills, which are essential for academic success. Both Bandura and Zimmerman underscored that self-efficacy is not just about having the skills, but also about believing in one's ability to effectively use those skills to achieve their desired outcomes. Understanding how self-efficacy interacts with the challenges faced by traditional college students transitioning from high school can provide valuable insight. By fostering self-efficacy, educators and their support systems can help students navigate these challenges more effectively, leading to better academic and personal outcomes. The study sample consisted of students who are currently enrolled in Psychology 4017 in Louisiana State University of Alexandria's online program. There were 76 adults who participated, 72 female, 2 male, and 3 non-binary, who participated in the study. Their ages ranged from 18 to 55 with a mean age of 30.28. This study aimed to explore the relationship that self-efficacy played between traditional and non-traditional students. Participants were recruited through course announcements and email invitations, and they voluntarily agreed to participate in the study. To test my first hypothesis that self-efficacy and non-traditional students will have higher levels of self-efficacy compared to traditional students due to their life experience and maturity, I used a two-sample t-test comparing traditional and non-traditional students. The t-statistic of 3.37 means that the difference between the average scores of the traditional and non-traditional groups are quite significant. The scores are 3.37 standard deviations away from what I expected, indicating a notable difference between the two groups. For my second hypothesis, I tested whether non-traditional students experience more stress than traditional students. The average stress level for the traditional students is 12.59, while the non-traditional students is much higher at 25.38. This means that non-traditional students report significantly more stress on average. The variance numbers show how spread out the stress levels are within each group. Both groups have similar spread, but non-traditional students have a slightly lower spread. The degree of freedom is 78, a number that helps in calculating the t-statistic and is related to the sample size. A negative value here means that the non-traditional group's stress levels are significantly higher than the traditional group's stress levels. All of this means that the non-traditional students are experiencing much higher levels of stress compared to traditional students. The big difference in average stress levels and the t-statistic value show that this difference is statistically significant, meaning it's very unlikely to be due to chance. For my last hypothesis, I wanted to check if higher self-esteem is linked to better academic performance for both traditional and non-traditional students. The average self-esteem score for traditional students is 23.75, while for non-traditional students, it's a little higher at 34.75. This means that non-traditional students report significantly higher self-esteem on average. The variance numbers show how spread out the self-esteem scores are within each group. Both groups have a similar spread. The degrees of freedom helps in calculating the t-statistic and is related to the sample size. The t-statistic value indicates a significant difference between the self-esteem scores of traditional and non-traditional students. A negative value here shows that the non-traditional group's self-esteem is much higher. Extremely small p-values indicate that the results are statistically significant, meaning that they observe difference and very unlikely to be due to chance. These results concluded that non-traditional students have significantly higher self-esteem compared to traditional students. Additionally, the strong positive correlation suggests that higher self-esteem is linked to better academic performance for both groups. The extremely small p-values indicate that these findings are statistically significant and not due to random chance. Higher self-esteem leads to better educational outcomes, and non-traditional students tend to have higher self-esteem than that of traditional students.